entire curry comes together in one pot, and what's not to love? A delicious chicken curry. People feel like to enjoy spices, they have to cook a curry or a very involved recipe. Instead of plain rice, I love adding a touch of spice to rice with cinnamon and cardamom. They add flavor and a wonderful aroma. We remove the cardamom before we serve the rice. I mean, if you're hardcore, you can bite into it. It's very peppery, minty, and almost floral. It's really amazing, but I have bitten into one as a kid and I was like, what is that? Growing up in India, I ate this chicken curry all the time at my grandma's house. I wanted to create a chicken curry without compromising on flavor or texture or any of that, to make it more approachable for a busy home cook who wants to whip this up on a weeknight as dinner for the whole family. So there's just a host of spices to still give you that complexity, but I might omit the cayenne pepper for my kids. I'm always thinking about a few things when I'm feeding my family. I want to raise adventurous eaters, so I'm always thinking, how can I pack flavor? How can I expand their palates? Exposure is key when it comes to kids. They say it takes exposures to a food, and a visual exposure counts, so even putting it on a plate, if it doesn't get touched, is an exposure. So just keep exposing them and keep celebrating and they will catch on. I'm also trying to nourish them, so how can I make this healthy and nutritious? I did my PhD in biomedical sciences at Harvard Medical School, and my lab started to study spices in cancer, and that got me really thinking about how all this ancient wisdom around spices is now being validated by modern medicine. So one of the reasons I love this chicken curry is because it incorporates so many flavor-packed and beneficial spices. The turmeric, the cumin, the coriander, all of these boost digestion. They also have anti-inflammatory properties. They are antioxidants. There's really a host of benefits. So the fact that I can put on the table this delicious curry that's also packed with benefits and color and
I made Shahi Paneer because it's a comfort food. I was reminded of home.
Mom is going to be making me some Shahi Paneer. Shahi Paneer is basically cubed cheese that you kind of soak in a gravy, and it is a delicious comfort food.
We have to cut onions really very fine so that all the flavors absorb in it. We have to kind of mince it. That's how small they should be.
So this version of Shahi Paneer is an abridged version of the one that my mom makes most of the time. Hers is a little more complicated, but we made this one accessible and we tastified it for you guys, so go out there and make it. I'm gonna let my mom take care of this today because she's better at it than I am. I have a variant, it has to go by me.
We used paneer masala in our curry. Paneer masala is ground peppercorn, cinnamon sticks, bay leaves, and cloves. The first time I made Shahi Paneer for my family was when I was 24. I made Shahi Paneer because it's a comfort food. I was reminded of home and I thought everybody would enjoy it, which they do till this day.
The first time I made Shahi Paneer was in high school. I love it. This is my favorite meal that my mom makes, so I really wanted to learn how to make it for myself. Mine comes out close to as good as hers, but she's got some extra value that she brings to it, and it tastes a lot better when she makes it, in my opinion. Shahi Paneer, what does it mean? Shahi, the root word is Shah, which means king, so royal in this case, and paneer is cheese. So this is royal cheese. This is the high-class cheese. This is the best cheese you can get. This is palace cheese. Palace approved.
It's not true.
Wait, I was just joking about it.
dumplings are amazing because everyone loves it. If you say dumpling, everyone's faces will light.
Korean style dumpling, it's similar. It's the Korean version of what a lot of Americans know as pot stickers. You know, I'm not entirely sure why they do use tofu. I actually didn't realize that most other cultures don't use tofu. As for why you have to extract the water, if you don't, it will make the mandu too watery. I got the basic recipe from my mom. My mom actually eyeballs most of the spices and whatnot, so I had to get more exact specifications online. It's pretty rare to make mandu these days unless it's for Korean New Year's, and even then me and my mom haven't made it in a while. Or after finding out that I made it for this video, she actually wants to restart the tradition of making it for New Year's again.
That's nice.
True story. I use egg and water because it helps the skin stick better. For some reason, when I just use water, it never seems to stick. I don't know what everyone else's secret is. It just doesn't work for me. Growing up Korean American, especially because I'm only half, was definitely a little bit confusing, but one of the easiest ways to connect with Korean culture and with my mom was always through food. Making mandu was one of the more fun ways to connect with my Korean heritage. Food in general has always been one of the easiest ways for me and my mom to connect, which was very important for her and ultimately very important.
Our Chinese dumplings, otherwise known as pot stickers, we're using Napa cabbage. We sprinkle salt on top of it to help draw some of the water out because we don't want too much moisture in the dumplings because then it'll be soggy and it'll fall apart. I don't remember exactly the first time we had gote at home. I just always remember whenever there was Chinese New Year or a special occasion, my mom would make the dumplings. I just always remember them being an exciting part because whenever there was something fun happening, there'd be dumplings, so I would know that it would be an exciting time. When I was a kid, some of my favorite times were getting to spend time with my mom in the kitchen. And we didn't have a lot of money when we were growing up, but we always had enough food, no matter how little money we had. And I had a lot of allergies growing up as well, and I would remember that my mom would make me special food. So to me, I will always remember food is love, and if I can help cook, and I love.
Momo is a kind of steamed dumpling that's essentially Nepali street food. So I'm not from Nepal, I'm actually South Indian, but my best friend Nikita is Nepali, and this recipe is actually her mom's. So the thing that really excites me about momo is that the flavors in the filling are super familiar to me. I've grown up on Indian cooking. My mom uses a lot of turmeric and a lot of garam masala, amongst other spices, in a lot of her cooking. So when I had momo that was packaged inside of this really tiny type of dumpling, it was really fun to be able to have that much flavor that was just bite-sized and poppable. It was just a little piece of home inside this really tiny dumpling. As opposed to soy sauce, Nepali momo use a chutney. It just tastes so delicious with the filling that's inside the momo. Momo are definitely
Gyoza dumpling today. Gyoza is Japanese style dumpling. I got this recipe from my mom and she eyeballs all the ingredients, which is a typical mom things to do. She used a lot of nira chives. I think that it's the secret for her gyoza. Gyoza is one of the first dish I learned how to cook from my mom. The memory I have of making gyoza is how fast my mom can fold them. I would make one and she already made 5. It's been a while since I made a gyoza with my mom, but I bet she still makes them faster than me. I usually pan fry gyoza. After you line the gyoza in a pan, you will add water to steam them. I'm adding a tablespoon of flour into the water so it will create extra crispy base. We call this hane, which translates to wings. This style of gyoza is really popular in Japan. When I make gyoza, I usually end up making hundreds of them. It freezes great, it's great for meal prep people and has a strong attachment to memory. I hope after watching this it will bring back all the fun memories you had with your family or friends, or create new one with some dumplings.
fried chicken. So now I'm making the brine, stirring it around just to make sure that some of the salt starts to dissolve in the water. The longer the better, you know, because brining just adds more moisture to your meat, and when you fry it, it comes out nice and juicy. The kitchen is my sanctuary. Like, the kitchen is where I kind of relax and I kind of unwind. You get everything out. Like, you have those moments with yourself.
Let me add my own little thing.
Jade adds hot sauce. Cooking is always a big part of most families because it's when you share stories and you make messes. It's always good to cook the same parts at the same time. So if you're cooking legs and thighs, do all your legs at one time or do all your thighs at one time. We just want to test to make sure the oil is hot.
It's the egg wash, right?
Right, a little egg wash, see that it splatters, you're good. I fry once. I just wait till it gets nice and brown, between 10 and 15 minutes on either side. The house that I grew up in, we didn't have a lot of space, so we didn't really come together. When my girls were coming up, I kind of changed that.
We had to sit down and eat dinner together.
I think it's important to cook for your families. It's an opportunity to express myself in my food, to pour love into it.
foods in Asia, but my favorite is from Korea, where my family's from. And I'm gonna show you how to make the gwabegi. When I was growing up and I'd go to my grandmother's house, my grandmother lives in Korea, and so whenever we visited her, she'd bring us gwabegi from the bakery. Food holds such a big place in like our experience of memories that I think like it just is home, you know? Eating food from home is like going home, but it never occurred to me that I could eat gwabegi in the States, and now I can make it, so I might as well just make it whenever I feel homesick. It's gonna be a big problem for my waistline, but I'll be happier. While you're making gwabegi, you're gonna have to wait a long time for the dough to rise, and you know, it's just a lot of waiting, but trust me, it's worth it. To me, being Korean is the sense of togetherness, especially in the face of hardship. And if you look at Korea's history, we've had a lot of hardship to overcome. It's that sort of tenacity that really moved us forward, and we came out stronger every time. And I think that's something that I try to apply to the way I live too. I kept thinking about this Korean TV show, it's like huge in Korea, called Daejanggeum, which I think is Jewel in the Palace in English. And there's this character that, you know, she cooks a lot, but I felt like Daejanggeum today. Oh man, this is my favorite part, twisting the dough, like just watching it come together. Just look at that. I love the shape of it. It was just like twisty, and it was like both fun to look at and eat, and also just delicious. And it's covered in sugar, and you bite into it and it just explodes with sugar. And I remember making a mess and thinking, man, I'm gonna get in trouble. This is so much sugar. Yeah, I think my favorite part is the sugar. It's the sugar coating. You know, you just pick it up and it's kind of like fluffy, and like when you go at the right time at the bakery, it's warm too.
Make jalebis from India. I can't remember the first time I had jalebi for as long as I can remember. But jalebi has always been one of the favorite desserts in my family. Traditionally, jalebis are orange, so I'm gonna use a couple drops of orange food coloring. However, if you don't have food coloring, you can use turmeric powder, or you don't have to add food coloring at all. It's pretty common throughout India, and I feel like each region of India has its own slight version of it, but for the most part, what you see is the fried, sticky dough that's crispy, but also really juicy from all the syrup. I remember in New Delhi, where I was born and I lived for a little bit, you know, you'd go to the stores and they'd be like right outside, and you smell it and you're just like, I need it right now. I feel like there's no perfect way to make the shape. You just have to do it without a lot of space in the middle, and maybe keep it close to the oil. The ones we're making right now, they're a little bit smaller than what I would usually get. Oh, that one looks like a brain. Sometimes they can be as big as like your face or something like that. They're huge. And a lot of times they'll get stuck together. So you'll have like 2 or 3 pieces combined in one. When you eat jalebis, you get the syrup all over your hands, and you have to wash them or wipe them off. And even then it still stays. And when you go home, you find it in parts of your shirt that you didn't realize it got stuck to. That's just the life of eating jalebi, but it's so worth it.
Yaotiu today. I've been eating yaotiu for 25 years, which is how old I am now. My dad would take me to like little cafes in Chinatown, or even in Hong Kong, they just sell them on the street with like a side of soy milk or a side of porridge. You just eat them together for breakfast. It's a very fun thing to wake up to in the morning. My family is from Hong Kong, so I grew up speaking primarily Cantonese. The way you pronounce it in Cantonese is yao tiu, or there's another way of saying it where it's like yao za guai. They mean the same thing, it's the same food, it's just the different ways we call them. So when you're walking down the streets of Hong Kong, it's very, very busy, first of all. There's always markets up and down the street. There's street food just being cooked right in front of you, fresh. And you can go up to them and for like a couple bucks, get like a full meal, and it's great. Each stand produces its own character, its own smell. It's just something that you have to walk down the streets of Hong Kong just to experience it. I love being from Hong Kong. I love the fact that my family is from Hong Kong. It's like a second home to me, and every time I go back, it's almost like a new world where I just feel like I belong there. Hong Kong is such a great country that has a diversity of people. It's like a Chinese New York almost. That's what I call it, a Chinese New York, and I love it. I'm using a skewer here to make the little indents on the dough, but if you have a chopstick, that totally works too. The texture of yaotiu it's kind of like a mixture of a churro and a very, very fluffy, crispy donut. The outside is all crispy and golden brown, and then the inside, when you rip it open or you take a bite into it, is like very soft and fluffy. So it's just like a world of different textures crunching together into your
grandmother's satandagi from Okinawa, Japan. For as long as I could remember, we've always had satandagi at like every family function. I think I took it for granted pretty much until I got to college and I realized, oh, I can't just eat it whenever I want. My grandma, she adds orange juice to balance out the flavor so it's a bit more mild. Lemon zest is another really common one. Some people like to use imo or purple yam or purple potato from Okinawa. My grandma, the ones that she makes are more like maybe ping pong size or golf ball size. But in Okinawa, when you buy satandagi on one of their busy streets, Kokusaidori, they're huge. They're just super crispy and golden and delicious.
I'm Amadal Yakbar, and I host the See Something, Say Something podcast at BuzzFeed News. We'll be making our mom's Eid lamb biryani. Islam is an Abrahamic religion, and Eid al-Adha celebrates Abraham's sacrifice of the lamb and his son. And so during that holiday, Muslims basically take the meat of a butchered animal and donate it to charity and share food with family, friends, and your neighbors.
So biryani to me feels like turkey on Thanksgiving. When we, at our house on Thanksgiving, we'd always have a turkey, but also a biryani. And like you were saying, like, every family has their own recipe. There are people who have like their special tricks and they swear like their version is like the best version. And like definitely people won't ever tell you their full recipe, or like they'll leave out their secret ingredient that makes it their special biryani. But it comes out on special occasions like a turkey.
So when I celebrate Eid, I usually send some money to like a farm to donate some meat to a family in need. It can take different forms. Some people do a cow, some people do a goat, some people do a lamb. But the ultimate thing is to share meat with people who need it and the people who are close to it.
The tradition has become to slaughter an animal and to give the meat to friends and family and to charity. But the real kernel of truth or importance to that tradition is to feed those in need. So usually every year I donate to a place like City Harvest or something so that hungry New Yorkers can eat. Eid al-Adha not only celebrates that Abrahamic story, but also celebrates the end of Hajj. It's on the 10th day of Dhul Hijjah, which is a month in the Islamic calendar. And the people who are doing the pilgrimage, it's the last day of the pilgrimage. And it's the day they celebrate having completed the pilgrimage.
It's a very happy holiday. People come together, share food, celebrate it all around the world. In Pakistani communities, in America, and back home, you're going to be seeing people eat a lot of biryani and lamb and goat. So when we celebrate Eid, we wake up and go to the mosque in the morning, meet our community, people from all around the world, and then we go to parties usually where people are usually serving meat to a bunch of guests. When we host a party, we usually serve like 3 to 5 different types of meat that are like really complicated and complex and delicious, and biryani is usually the center of that. There's like as many biryanis as there are people in India and Pakistan and Bangladesh and the subcontinent. And there's so many ways to make it. Our mother passed away about a decade ago almost now. She was a very good cook, and we have some of her recipes in our head, but biryani was something that was so special and rare that I don't think I at least knew it. So I was really excited when I found it in this recipe book that her and a bunch of other Pakistani doctors had put together. Actually, the recipe we're making is not exactly like the one that I remember because she never shared her secrets.
She never told anyone a full recipe, ever.
Biryani is definitely something that I associate as a party food. When guests are visiting our house, that's when my mom would make it.
Yeah, it's a way to celebrate. You put so much energy and time into all the different steps and the layers of flavor. And that's like another way of showing your family and your friends how much you love them and care about them.